Hello guys, welcome back to the new video. Real Madrid just defeated Juventus 1-0 at Santiago Bernabeu. Let's talk about the game, let's talk about the players, let's talk about the match itself. I'll give you my opinion on the players and I'll give you the player ratings as well. All right, let's start. For the first half, I think we played all right. We did control the game. We had the most possession of the ball. We had the most passes. We had the most chances. Although Juve did have some chances, they were on the counter when our players, well, our defensive line in general was a little bit too high up for me in this game because Militao and Raul Asensio, well, mostly Militao. I'm going to talk about him later. Were kind of too much to the center of the field, and Carreras as well was completely in the attack. At one point, he was playing like a cam, so there was so much space for Kalulu on that right flank for Juventus to go in and make a run for the goal. But the thing is, I think the biggest mistake of Juventus this game was having Kalulu on that right side because I think I want to believe that Xabi knew that and that he intentionally left him space and he intentionally told Carreras that he should go a little bit forward because he thought there won't be much threat from that right side of Juve, and there was threat, but the thing is they didn't have someone like Chico Conceição or a classic right winger who can finish the chances and create them on his own. Don't get me wrong, Kalulu is a great player. I think he played all right, but attackingly, he was not up to the level he should have been. And maybe if he was, maybe Juventus could have scored today. Also, I think Courtois made some great saves to stop Juventus from scoring as well. But what I want to say, Juve didn't really have much chances except those chances from the right flank from Kalulu or the counter attacks they carried after Real Madrid mistake. So I think Real Madrid did control the game first half, but we didn't look strong. We didn't look passionate. It felt like if we concede a goal, we would have tried harder. We didn't try hard enough. That's the I think the best way to say it, which I kind of don't like. But still, I kind of understand because we have El Clasico in 3 or 4 days, so I understand that we came into the game a little bit more conservative and we didn't give our all in the game. Now, as the team starting 11, we didn't have Masantuano. That's the difference. Brahim started. I'll talk about him too. Raul Asensio started. I'll talk about him too, especially. And I think that's the biggest change today. In the midfield, we had Arda, Bellingham, and Chomani, which I like as a midfield three. I think they work well together. Chomani was iffy today. He had some great tackles, but he had some bad passes. One of those is the pass that led to a counter where Vlahovic had a very, very good chance. And to be honest, that chance when Vlahovic was running on a counter all by himself, Militao was pretty close to him, and I was expecting Militao to catch up to him. Now, Vlahovic is not known as the fastest player. Now, he's not slow, he's pretty fast, but he's not known as the fastest player. And Militao is known as a fast center back, not like the fastest center back like Mickey Van de Ven, but he's very fast as a center back, and he didn't have a ball. Vlahovic had the ball; he had to control it. So I thought Militao will close the distance, but he didn't do it. Vlahovic actually bested him in that. He was faster than him. It was just the Courtois is such a beast. He's so long. He has such long legs and arms, and that's what saved us. He saved us that in that instance. So I think that's something that we should be careful, because if Barcelona have a chance like that, it won't be only Vlahovic, and it will be like Yamal and Fermin Lopez, which we saw against Olympiacos. He's very dangerous, but that's beside the point. second half started very differently than the first half. I think both teams were going much more directly and into the second half, and were trying much harder to score a goal. Juve in particular had some great chances. Real followed. Di Gregorio was insane today, I must mention that. He saved some very good chances for Juve, and that chance that Mbappe take when Mbappe took a shot, I know it's goalkeeper's angle, so it was his side of the goal, but it was such a great save. The reflexes that you have to save that, the agility, he needed to guess where Mbappe is going to shoot first, but he it's like he knew exactly where he's going to shoot, and then he made a save, another save against Brahim. He closed the distance between him and Brahim and jumped, although Brahim did shoot right at his chest. Also, I want to mention from Juve Gatti, who was very good today. He got the goal line clearance. He blocked some shots as well. He was a threat in the offense when they had corners. So I think Gatti was very good today, and Vlahovic was pretty good. I'm actually really curious why Vlahovic isn't starting for Juve. Although I'm not watching Juve that much, so maybe some of the Juve fans can tell me that. So I think those are the players that were notable today. Yildiz was not very good today. I think he's like the prodigy of Juventus, and I was pretty surprised to see him as a captain as well. But that's nice. I like to see a young captain. So who else in Juve was prominent? I think Vespa McKennie played pretty good. Kefren Turam didn't play very well. And in defense, Cambiaso was pretty good as well. So my player of the match for Juve would be probably Di Gregorio or Gatti. Now let's go to Real Madrid players. We scored a goal from Vinicius masterclass. Yeah, Vinicius didn't have a really notable matchup to this point. Like, he had some chances. He did have some great passes today. He wasn't really like selfish, and he didn't try that much. He had some great passes, which I appreciated, but he was pretty quiet up to this point, where he took on like two or three players from Juve, left, right, then left again, and then he took a shot which bounced off the post, and Bellingham was there to collect, which is very nice. I was really impressed by Vinicius's try, and I was happy that Bellingham got to score. I didn't see him score in a long time. So that was nice. After that, we had some great chances. Mbappe had some chances. Brahim had some chances. And Valverde had a very big chance at the end, which I think he should have scored or did something else, because we were going on a counter, like this is the last chance of the game. After this chance, the game was finished. So Valverde was on a counter. Left to him, he had, I think, Fran Garcia and Masantuano, which were totally free. Maybe one player is on them, but they are almost free. And right to him, there was like a defender from Juve closer to Valverde, and Gonzalo Garcia, who was in a harder position, in a tighter position. But I think the best option he had was just to shoot, because he had so much free space and he was running almost all alone. And we know how powerful of a shot he has. So I think he should have taken a shot there and just scored. I think he would have scored if he took a shot, but he decided to pass to Gonzalo, who was in a tight angle. And I think, no, it's not Cambiaso. Maybe it's Lewis Kelly. Not Lewis Kelly, Lloyd Kelly, who closed the distance. But I'm not sure. Either way, that was not a great decision by Valverde, but throughout the game, I think he had a great game. Some passes were so good. Oh my god, he's so good. He surprises me with his passes, and I think it's very underrated how good he is as a passer. Now let's go and talk about the players. Let's talk about their performance and their ratings. Let's start with Courtois. I'll give him an 8, because he saved us. Like, that save against Vlahovic was insane. That save against Kostic, I think he had a shot near the end as well. He saved us there too. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, he saved some of the shots from McKennie, and from who shot? I think it was Gatti, actually, but I can't remember. But he had a great shot as well, saved from Courtois. So I'll give him an 8. He was again crucial, and again showing why he is the best goalkeeper in the world. Next up, right back was Valverde. I'll give him a 7.5. I think he was very good, very solid. Valverde is always good. Like I said, his passes, his dribbling. He had a shot as well, which deflected. That volley from the corner. He. I don't know if Di Gregorio would have saved it. It seemed like the ball was going to Di Gregorio, but it was such a strong and fast shot that who knows, maybe it would have flown in. But Gatti stopped that again. Gatti had like four clearances and four blocks today. So I think Valverde had a great performance, except that last chance which he didn't take. Maybe it's the confidence issue. Maybe he thought he should leave it to someone else, but he in the end he should have taken a shot. Either way, right center back is Raul Asensio, who for me has an 8.9 rating. He was insane today, our best defender by far, by far. I think today defensively we weren't really solid, and that's kind of concerning going against Barcelona. But I think we'll improve. But that was such a great performance from Raul. He made two great blocks. That block against Louis Openda near the end. Militao is to blame there. We'll talk about Militao in a second, but I don't know how he managed to get there in time and block it. He got injured after that, so I hope it's just like a minor injury that he will be ready for Barca, because right now it's looking like he should play. I don't know. I don't know if Huijsen is going to be good, but I think he is proving himself really crucial, and that's what I'm really that's something that I'm really happy about, because I think Raul Asensio is one of the best center backs in the world. Now this is crazy, I know, considering what kind of performance he had in the Club World Cup, but I guess that could happen. We had the center backs as like Pepe and Ramos, who would always make penalties and red cards, but they were so crucial for us. So I feel like he could at least be that kind of a player, maybe not reach those heights, but who knows? I think he should have more chances, and he's maturing as a player. You can see it. He's not making silly tackles and challenges. So I'm really proud of him. So maybe he's my man of the match. We'll come to that later. I'll not make this video too long, so let me just go to Militao, who I think was the worst player today. Maybe. Really bad first half, really bad. He did really bad when he didn't manage to catch up to Vlahovic. He is the one who left him in that chance as well, but then you should be able to catch him, but he didn't, because I don't know why. I don't know how Vlahovic bested him in pace, and maybe it's the injuries that got to him and he lost some pace that he had, but that's not good enough. And considering that I don't think Hausen is also the fastest center back, I think Raul Asensio is someone who we need, who is pretty fast as a center back. So Militao also had a great bad decision in that last game against Getafe, which we also won 1-0. I hope this doesn't become like a common occurrence to us winning 1-0. But either way, if we win every game 1-0, I'll be happy. But still, it's kind of two games in a row right now, and we could have conceded a goal over Militao's mistake. So I hope that doesn't come to bite us in the ass at the end, especially against Barcelona. So he's probably the worst player today. I'll give him a 6, maybe 5.5. I think he wasn't good. Now, next up is also he had a shot where Mbappe destroyed some of the players from Juve and left it to him, and he had so much space. It was a great try, but he should at least hit the target. Although, well, let's go to Alvaro Pereras, who was good today, but he was kind of uncertain. He was getting fouled a lot. That's the thing, but that's not an excuse. He had some bad decisions when he had to pass the ball, and sometimes he was not sometimes a few times he was caught out of position. Like I remember where Arda had to defend on his side, and I saw him getting back, and then he just kind of walked there while Juventus is having a chance, which I don't like to see. I want to see commitment, which I saw from him at the start of his career in Real Madrid. Right now, I maybe he was tired or something like that. He also looked like he was injured, so I hope he's all right. Maybe his thigh was hurting, so that's why he didn't run back. Arda covered it, but that can't happen against Lamine Yamal. So Either way, I'll give him a 6.2, I guess. He wasn't that great today, but he was okay. Now, Tchouaméni, he had an all right game. He had like a 6.8 game, let's say, not really a 7, but he was all right. Sometimes his passes, like I said, I think his pass is what led to Vlahovic counterattack, and some of his passes were not good, but defensively, he had some great tackles and he had some great chances, I guess, that he created. So, it was an all right game from Tchouaméni. Next two midfielders are Bellingham and Arda. They were very good. Arda, I'll give him a 7.2, I guess, 7.3 maybe. He was great. He dribbled well. He passed well. He controlled the game. He had some moments where he lost the ball, but nothing too bad. It was just a normal player's mistake, and I think he played well. He didn't get an assist today, but he played a great game. Bellingham, I'll give an 8.5. Now he could be a player of the match. I'll decide after the player ratings. If it is Bellingham or if it is Raul Asensio. Now Bellingham had a great game. His dribbling is insane today. He controlled the ball when he had the ball in his feet. I was so confident. Every time he gets the ball, I'm confident, which is so nice to have someone like that. When Brahim gets the ball, I'm not confident. Brahim had an okay game, but when Brahim or Vinicius or even Arda gets the ball, Arda, I'm confident he'll make a great pass. But when Bellingham has the ball, it's so nice to see him dribble through and make a great decision with it. So he was very good, and he scored a goal. Of course, that goal is like 80% Vinicius, but he had to be there, and he finished nicely. I guess it was an easy finish, but I'm happy that he scored. I didn't see him score in a long time. So left wing is Vinicius, of course. I'll give a 7.5 because that goal was so good. A player like him, a world-class player like Vinicius, he can have a quiet game and then just like have a moment of brilliance, like a flash of brilliance that changes the game. So of course, Vinicius is that type of player, and I'm really happy that he plays for our team. And I hope he continues to play like this and stays on form, especially in the next few games because they are going to be important against Barca and Liverpool. Now, right wing was Brahim Diaz, who got the start after a few games he didn't start. Actually, a lot of games, maybe a month or a month and a half, and he was okay. He had some great chances. Sometimes I feel Brahim always needs that last stroke of genius, not even a stroke of genius, just last shot, like a last effort to score. He just needs that shot or that dribble or that pass at the end to finish the amazing move that he made, but he doesn't have that. He's so good. He's like world class at like close dribbling. Like when he has two or three players around him at tight spaces, he's very good to get out of that tight space, and he attacks space as well, really well. There was one chance where he literally got the ball at the right flank and he just ran to the box and he took like a little bit, maybe one or two touches too much, and he didn't have a great shot or it was blocked. So I don't know. Brahim just needs that finish to his move, and he would be a very good player. But I don't know if he will ever get this. Today he played well. He got the ball to Mbappe once really well, where he was at the striker position actually, and he turned around. I think Gatti or Kelly was marking him, and he managed to turn around. He's pretty small guy, so he managed to turn around and keep the ball and pass it to Mbappe, who again had a shot, but the Gregoria had a great save today as well. He's the man of the match for you for sure. So I'll give Brahim a 7. He was okay. Although I wanted to see Masantuono a little bit earlier. Now, Mbappe is left, who didn't have he didn't score a goal. He was all right. He had some great dribbles, and I would love to see Mbappe start and play a little bit more to the right, because from the right he feels really dangerous actually. So maybe we can try and have Gonzalo or even Endrick or even Bellingham as a striker, and Mbappe on the right, Vinicius to the left. That would be nice to see. Tried. or maybe not even a striker, just them starting Mbappe on the right and Vinicius on the left, and maybe we can have like a false nine as Bellingham. But who knows? I'm getting ahead of myself. He was all right today. I'll give him a 7.2. He had a great chances. He had great shots, but it was saved from amazing Di Gregorio today, and that's it. Actually, substitutions. Camavinga came on. He was good. I wanted to see him earlier as well because I think he was very very needed for this match. And he played all right when he came on, like 6.5. I can't give him something more or less because he didn't make a long appearance. Also, Masantuano as well, 6.5. Who else came in? I think Fran Garcia came in and Gonzalo Garcia. Yeah, Gonzalo was all right. He had the chance for Valverde passed the ball to him, but he really shouldn't have. So I'll give him both a 6 or 6.5, whatever you want. So there you go. That's my opinion. Now, next game is El Clasico. I can't wait for that. I hope we win, and I'm really curious about the game about the game management and the starting 11. Now, if you want to see my combined starting 11, you can click on my last video and watch there. For now, I'll have to go. It was a nice game, and I'm really happy with the result, even though it's 1-0. Hala Madrid. See you next time. Bye bye.